So we'll wait and see. But they have obviously revealed the price of all of the other stuff that we didn't see the price of before.
Nice. Ooh, Price is Right.
Price is Right. 3 Grail Knights.
3 Grail Knights. What did we say last time? 28.50. That feels like a solid number.
Ooh, very close.
£12 a model. Fuck. Ooh.
Oof. This is some sweet-ass 20-year-old metal models. Wow.
So you're going to be taking at least 6?
At least 6, yes. I mean, I imagine you can have 3, but why would you?
You just have a command group just riding around.
Yeah, I mean, you could, I bet.
Okay, love that.
Oh, look, the Ushapti as well. Look at that!
Oh, I would have guessed 36.
Yeah, me too.
Would have been my guess. Fuck me. Games Workshop.
You having a laugh, James?
James, please.
What is this, James?
Fuck.
What does that add up to? Like £16 each? Or is it? No, it's more than that.
Yeah, 17.50.
Wow.
To be honest, I think maybe especially from seeing those, would have started to mass this out that, okay, great, well, three guys is easily going to be like at least 15 quid. So I think £50 is probably about where I think I would have guessed on these.
Yeah, I should have given you some time on
Even
that.
though I'd be like, you couldn't charge that much. I mean, like, they would charge £60 for fucking 12 models. And they, turns out only 50.
Bargain. Bulk discount. So what is that? 50 divided by this 12 guys then? You're going to need 2 of these for a unit. 12 guys is not enough to make
Also,
battle
that's not a lot of points on the table.
No. £4.20 a model.
Okay.
For a standard infantryman. Oof. How much is the other bit you need? The actual Grail record?
40.
You get 6 boys.
Oh.
25 quid there. Just on boys.
Amazing, it's just another 50.
Oh,
40.
Only 40. Wow. So there you go. 90 quid for, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. That's probably enough for a unit.
Yeah, but fuck about 90 quid.
For one regiment that probably costs like 100 points, 120 points, something like that.
Maybe 20 guys. How many points were they, like 8?
6, 8, something like that. They weren't that good.
No. But the moment you give them shields as well or something.
No, that's true. And the command group. Yeah, maybe it's 160 points or something. I don't know. That's getting very close to the £1 per point threshold.
Yeah. Fuck, dude. That's
They still fucking
gross.
sold out.
Man, hype.
Which is
Hype people up.
impressive that they've sold out. So Mounted Yeoman, these guys, they're like, you have 5 of them for like 40 points. They're like that throwaway unit, right?
Yeah. They just ride around, scare people, maybe plink a flank to remove people's rank bonus.
Yeah.
That's their whole job.
If they're really lucky, they might get to charge a war machine.
Okay, even then, they're not great at charging a war machine.
You're not guaranteed to kill it.
No.
That's for sure.
Like, I remember playing against Bretonnians and having a Mounted Yeoman charge a dwarf war machine, and they lost to the dwarf crew.
Dwarf war machine crew were unreasonably hard to beat for most light flying units.
Just because they were toughness 4.
Yeah, and weapon skill 4.
And just actually pretty legit.
You get your 5 harpies in there, and that's a dicey battle.
Yeah. God, those fucking yeomen.
There are many places that you can get generic Dark Age, Middle Age, medieval dork on horse. Like, you do not have to pay for this.
Is absolute insanity.
You are of all the units in fantasy, this is probably the easiest unit to get from a third party.
Yeah. Shit.
And you'll get 20 of them for 30 quid somewhere else. Like,
yeah.
plus they won't be 20 years old.
Yeah, you'll get newer, nicer looking models. £36 easily for those Tomb Swarms. Etc. 35, 38.50.
35?
Ooh.
Nice. Cheaper than, 12 Battle Pilgrims?
Cheaper than 3 Ground Knights.
4 horses as well. Etc. Value.
Also, he's available.
Yeah, he's not sold out.
Wow.
Well, I think Games Workshop's learned their lesson there then.
Yeah.
If you price things higher, they sell out.
Oh, they priced it too low. It doesn't have that like premium thing. If they had a slapped Supreme on the side of it and charged like 135 quid.
This doesn't feel unreasonable. I don't know if I've just been I've been skewed by all the other ones.
I think it's,
Seems
as
about right.
time passes and you see the costs of all of these things. The model actually holds up. I think if you had nicer undead horses, but I think it's actually a pretty rad model. I like Cetra.
He holds up. Absolutely.
36, yeah.
Yeah, adds up, doesn't it? In line with everything else, I guess.
God, it's going to be so expensive to make an army.
Yeah. Because these are going to be like 10, 15 points each or something.
No, swarms were more expensive, like maybe like...
Oh, yeah, that's true. But the undead ones were cheaper because they didn't get the unbreakable rule that the other ones did. They crumble.
But was it
points each?
rat swarms were 25 points, but poison rat swarms were 35 points? Was that it? Was it like a 10-point upgrade to give them poison? Probably. It made them a lot better. And their swarms have poison as well. So I'm pretty sure. I'm going to throw down at 35 points.
Yeah, that's like a 100-point unit.
Yeah.
So if that's the average, then you need to... If you're spending 36 quid for 100 points, because some of the things more than that, some of the things less than that.
Oh, just a cool £720 for an army then.
Yeah, because you need 20 of these, right? Plus books, cards. You're in for £1,000, I think, here, aren't you? To play Old World.
Yeah. That's fucking wild.
Man with stick, 23 quid. Unless you're going for the Grail Pilgrim army. That'll set you back a hell of a lot more.
Jeez, my dude. Oh, how much is the Sphinx?
I bet 50? This is actually not bad because it's...
Oh, because it also is probably plastic still.
Yeah.
45. Doesn't seem as bad.
And this is probably like 200 to 300 points, right?
Yeah.
Look at this. 23 quid for Angry Boy.
Yeah.
9 quid for Skinny Boy.
Wow, that's a pretty good deal.
I can't remember the Games Workshop selling a single character model for less than £12 in the last 20 years. That feels like a mistake.
I feel like when I first started, literally, well, God, actually, yeah, a long time ago, 25 years ago, I feel like the character models were about that sort of price.
Yeah, just not in modern times.
Yeah.
And that's one of the only new models they've made.
Is it new?
I think that's new. I don't remember him, but then he might have been that last edition.
8th ed or something like that.
In 8th edition, I wasn't really paying attention. So maybe he was an 8th ed guy that came out with those new Tomb Guard.
How much is the lady, the handmaiden?
Ooh. She's 23 quid. Oh,
wow.
She's Forge World.
Oh, okay, right. That makes sense.
53 quid for Man with Bended Flag. Because good luck getting that banner straight on a Forge World resin model.
Jeez.
Good luck not this handle on his sword not immediately snapping off.
Fuck.
That is bonkers. I don't know which is worse, this or the Grail Pilgrims.
At least with this, you only need to buy it once.
That's true.
But in turn,
it's a nice model, but
is fucking insane.
Yeah. I think Forge World resin costs more and is, I think, objectively worse.
Yeah, it's generally, I'd say, bad. God, like for people who like aren't into this, I think like, you know, I can have these moments of clarity, especially when you see something that's costed like that. Then, you know, I'll talk to some people and be like, you spent how much on a fucking t-shirt? Spent how much on like some shoes or something, like things that I just don't give a shit about. I can see why. Like someone could look at that and be like,
what are you doing?
£53 for a little man on a horse.
Yeah.
Does he cure cancer? Like
they look at your cabinet and they're like, how many thousands of pounds have you spent
how
on
much
this?
money have you spent on like little toys? Like, can you not just go to, you know, Toys R Us and just buy like just a plastic box of little knights? Like, it's not the same. They're not the same toys. Just fuck.
Yeah, wowzers. I mean, I accept that it's not a cheap hobby, and I've spent quite a lot of money over the years on my toys, but there's a limit for me, and this is over the limit.